I run the Poppy Appeal in Bath, and I've been doing so for 11 years. I got involved because I just left the army, and I was still in the habit of saying yes to senior officers, and a retired brigadier said, "You're just the chap to do that." And I said yes, sir, and started doing it. And I've been doing it ever since. And essentially I head up the team that runs the Poppy Appeal in the city. It is the prime source of income for the Royal British Legion for all their benevolent work. Everybody who's worn the Queen's uniform for more than 2 weeks is entitled to call upon the British Legion for help, as are their dependents. In Bath, we raise, it varies slightly from year to year, but we expect to raise and look to raise about £32,000 to £33,000. Very roughly, it's 50 pence per head per person in the city.
So I have a hereditary eye condition, which meant that I was registered blind at the age of 18, but I was fortunate to have a lot of support at school and was able to go on to study at Cambridge University. Over the years I've spent a lot of time getting involved in disabled sport as a competitor, water skiing and downhill skiing. But as I've got older, I felt that it was time to actually give a little bit back. I am a patron of Fight for Sight. In particular, some of the things I've done, riding from Land's End to John O'Groats, 1,000 miles in 10 days on the tandem. Riding in the London Night Rider, which was a 100-kilometre ride around central London, again on a tandem of course, and leading the Carrots Night Walk, which is a night walk around the centre of Birmingham. That's an activity that Fight for Sight do in lots of different cities, and hopefully there'll be one in Bristol this year. If you have a disability, I think there are two ways it can go. Either you become very detached from society and look in on yourself, or you can actually use the disability to force yourself to actually be more ambitious and go out and do things that perhaps otherwise you wouldn't even have thought you were capable of doing.
I retired, or semi-retired from teaching, and had always wanted to do something with animals. And I heard about the Cats and Dogs Home and came up here and did various stints of volunteering and got totally involved. I clean in the cattery, I am a meter and greeter, and I also do talks for schools.
She's a fantastic asset to the Bath Cats and Dogs Home fundraising and communication team. She goes out across schools, across the entire width and breadth of Somerset, Wiltshire and Baines. She talks with school children of all ages, helps promote responsible pet ownership and various other topics.
Animal cruelty cases are rising. So any little thing that I feel that I can do, if I can just make one child think about not being cruel to an animal or looking after their animal properly and having some empathy with it, then I feel I will have achieved something.
She's extremely funny, witty, very gregarious. She loves talking to students, and that comes across in the way she does her talks. Without doubt, she is a true asset, a true gem.